just some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Red Raiders offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Isaac. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flips it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on the money.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Quickly complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a team to start this game off.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So West Virginia's offense will go to work for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the position switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the... Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Isaac. Completes it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Extra point here will tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Grabbed behind the line. It's high. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. Gets it out fast. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense...
Into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
To throw, it's Isaac. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught in the backfield, it's high. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Isaac. That's caught. It's Dahl. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Red Raiders come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Red Raider. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to LSU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quickly to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down in 2nd and 4. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's open on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside kick. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it on the move. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Smashes it between the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. On the run, it's high. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive in the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on.
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Grab near the marker. It's Dahl. Makes a stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Isaac.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Back to pass. He's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Now from inside the red zone. Makes the catch. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. The Red Raiders are flying down the field. Let's go. Wants to keep it in the air. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Across the 10. Jumped on top of the pile. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll... Fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Nice move to keep running. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Finds his tight end. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stewart. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Give to the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got...
There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison is ahead in this one. His team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're 4 over Old Dominion. Sunbelt.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win?